In question number 8, it is given that AC AM equals to MB and DM equals to MC. In first part, we have to prove that both triangles are congruent. Now, single side equals to the single side and double side equals to the double side, and angle 1 equals to angle 2, vertically opposite angle. If you have revised the 8th question, you can easily remember now. Then side angle side, side angle side. By side angle side, both triangles are congruent. If both triangles are congruent, then I have taken the two conclusions from here by CPCT. One is DB equals to AC and angle 3 equals to angle 4. Now our first part is proved, triangles are congruent. In second part, what we have to prove? We have to prove that angle B is 90 degree. Now how to solve this? Now DB and AC line, I have drawn here DB and AC line, and DC is a transversal. We have already proved that the angle 3 equals to angle 4 by CPCT. So angle 3 and 4 both are equals to each other by CPCT. If both are equal, both are alternate interior angles. By converse of the alternate interior angles, DB is parallel to AC. By converse of the alternate interior angles. Now what is the need of that parallel lines? Obviously, if both the lines are parallel, and BC is a transversal, then we can say that the B angle and the C angle co-interior property. Where is the 8th question? कहाँ रख दिया? अभी तो नहीं था. Yes. Now DB is parallel to AC and BC is transversal. Therefore, angle B plus angle C both are 180 degree. By co-interior property, angle C is given 90 degree already. So after subtract the 90 degree from 180 degree, you get the angle B equals to 90 degree. Now next part, we have to prove that triangle, this one triangle DBC and ABC, both triangles are congruent. We have to prove this. For that, I have made both the triangles separate here, DBC and ACB. You can see same label, AC equals to DB. We have proved in the first part by CPCT. So I have marked there DB equals to AC. Angle B is 90 degree according to the second part. So angle B and C both 90 degree. BC and BC common, same base for both the triangles. BC is the same base. It means BC is common. So by side angle side, both triangles are congruent. It means our third part is also solved. Now come to the fourth part. If both the triangles are congruent, then DC is a part of this triangle and AB is a part of this triangle. Both the sides are equal by CPCT. Take a half on both sides. Now it is given that in the question you can read DM equals to MC, given in the question DM equals to MC. If DM equals to MC, then M is a midpoint of DC line. So instead of half DC, I can write here CM because it's a half of the DC line. M is a midpoint, and take the half of AB as it is, and keep the half of AB as it is. Therefore, CM equals to half of AB. That's the fourth part. Clear, everyone? Now students, open the page number 121, NCERT. There are the two theorems from this chapter 7.2 and 7.3 in your syllabus. 7.2 and 7.3 theorem is in your syllabus. Now first of all, we will talk about the meaning of 7.2 and 7.3 theorem. The meaning of 7.2 and 7.3 theorem. Now listen. What is 7.2 theorem? The angle opposite to equal sides of isosceles triangle. What is isosceles triangle? Whose two sides are equal? Angle opposite to equal sides of isosceles triangle are equal. It means theorem said that if the sides are equal in one triangle, in the same triangle, I am talking about the one triangle only, not the two different triangles. In one triangle, if the sides are equal, then their opposite angles are also equal. It means if AB equals to AC, then what is the opposite angle of AB? That is C. What is the opposite angle of AC? That is B. It means the angle C and B are equals to each other. If the sides are equal in a question given that the sides are equal of the same triangle, then their opposite angles are equal. This is the meaning of the 7.2 theorem. And what is the meaning of the 7.3 theorem? It is the converse of the 7.2. It is the converse of the 7.2. If the angles are equal, then their opposite sides are equal. It means if angles are given equal, then you can put the sides equal, their opposite sides equal. By the theorem 7.3, that is the sides opposite to the equal angles of a triangle are equal. 7.3 theorem. Clear? Meaning of the triangle clear? Theorems? Okay, now come to the theorem. These two theorems are in your syllabus, so you have to prove these theorems and write these two theorems in your geometry copy also. Now the main question is that how to prove the theorem. Suppose that the theorems comes in exam, that state and prove, how to question come in exam. State and prove angle opposite to equal sides of an isosceles triangle are equal. Suppose this question come in exam. State and prove. What is the meaning of state? Meaning of state means first of all you have to write the theorem. It contains 1 mark or half marks according to the CBSE rule. Because every time the marking of CBSE rule will change. Sometime it comes with a 1 mark, sometime it comes with a half marks. So every time, first of all, whenever there is a theorem regarding any chapter, first of all you have to write the statement of the theorem. Like theorem, then statement. Then given to prove, the question starts. Now given AB equals to AC, it is given in the question AB equals to AC. But we have to prove angle B equals to angle C. How to prove? For this we have drawn a construction bisector of angle A. Bisector of angle A. If I draw the bisector of angle A, it means the angle 1 equals to angle 2. If I draw the bisector of angle A, it means the angle 1 equals to angle 2. Now, it means the angle 1, so I write here, it means the angle 1 equals to angle 2. Now in triangle ABD, the left triangle and the right triangle, ABD and ACD. Now you can easily see that AB equals to AC given in the question. Angle 1 equals to 2 by construction. AB equals to AC given. Angle 1 equals to 2 by construction, and AD is common line for this triangle also and this triangle also. So what is the property? Side angle side, side angle side. By side angle side, side angle side, both triangles are congruent. If both triangles are congruent, then angle B equals to angle C. Hence we proved if the sides are equal, if in a triangle it is given that the sides are equal, then their opposite angles are also equal. Clear? And this property can also be applied on the equilateral triangle, because for this property we need only two sides equal. We need two sides equal, but in equilateral triangle all the three sides are equal. It means all the three angles are equal, because all angles are opposite to each side. All sides are equal, it means all the angles are equal. So if you want to prove that in equilateral triangle, prove that all angles are equal, then with the help of this property you can prove that all angles are equal. Because in equilateral triangle all sides are equal, then their opposite angles are equal, so all angles are also equal to each other in equilateral triangle. Okay, that is an extra question, extra concept. Now 7.3 theorem. Theorem: the sides opposite to equal angles. Sides opposite to equal angles of a triangle are equal. It means if angles are given equal, then their sides are equal. Then if angles are equal, then sides are equal. It means we have given angles is equal, angle B equals to angle C, angle B equals to angle C. Same construction I have applied here. The bisector of angle A, therefore angle 3 equals to angle 4. The bisector of angle A, angle 3 equals to angle 4. So in triangle ABD and ACD, in triangle ABD and ACD, angle 1 equals to angle 2, angle 3 equals to angle 4, and AD line is again common in both. So start from a single arc angle, then double arc angle, then side, angle side, single arc angle, then double arc angle, then side, angle side. Both properties are same and the same pattern, so triangles are congruent. Therefore AB is a part of this triangle, AC is a part of this triangle, both sides are equal. Hence proved if the angles are equal, then their sides are also equal. This is the theorem 7.3. Now come to now everyone clear with these two theorems, that how to use these theorems?
Yes, sir.
Now come to the example number 4. Page number 122.
Photos are not clear.
So and then go in the setting and please select receive HD resolution. Go in the setting. If you are working on the laptop, go in the settings. Then you can see audio, video and journal. Click on the video. Then there are three options: camera, send resolution and receive resolution. Please click the receive resolution HD 720. Then you get the clear image.
No, sir.
So and then your network problem, sorry. in triangle ABC, angle A is perpendicular to BC. Please read the question carefully. The bisector AD of angle A is perpendicular to BC. Two things are given. One is bisector AD of angle A. It means angle A is bisected. It means the angle 1 equals to angle 2. Second thing is the perpendicular to the side BC. Is perpendicular to the side BC. It means the angle 3 equals to angle 4. If it is perpendicular, it means the angle 3 equals to angle 4. Now what we have to prove? We have to prove that triangle is isosceles. It means we have to prove AB equals to AC. Now AB is a part of this triangle, AC is a part of this triangle, and both, if we make both the triangles congruent, then by CPCT we say that AB equals to AC. Now how to make these triangles congruent? Very easy. Angle equal to angle, AD side common, and angle 1 equals to angle 2. ये तो देखने से ही नजर आ रहा है, I think. Angle side, angle side, angle, both triangles are congruent. Therefore, AB side equals to AC side. If two sides are equal in one triangle, then it is a isosceles triangle. Wait, student, 1 minute. Okay, students. Come to the question number 5. Oh, sorry, example number 5. Now, example number 5. E and F are respectively the midpoints of equal sides AB and AC. E and F are the midpoints of the equal sides AB and AC. Student, read the second line carefully. Read the second line carefully. Equal sides AB and AC. Second line of this question, equal sides of AB and AC. It means the AB line equals to AC line, the triple line equals to the triple line. Second thing, now read the first line. E and F are respectively the midpoints of AB and AC. If E is a midpoint of AB, it means AE equals to EB. AE equals to EB. If F is a midpoint, then AF equals to FC. AF equals to FC. And AB equals to AC already given in the question. It means from the first line that is given in the question, we get these three things. Now what we have to prove? BF equals to CE. BF equals to CE. Now how to prove? In triangle ABC, it is given. In triangle ABC, it is given AB equals to AC. Now take a half on both sides. Take a half on both sides. The half of AB, obviously AE, because E is a midpoint. Half of AC, AF, because F is a midpoint. It means the AE line equals to AF line. AE line equals to AF line. That is equation number 1. Now, these two triangles, this one triangle and this one triangle. This one triangle ABF and AEC triangle. Both triangle I have made here separate one. Now you can see that first of all talk about AEC. AEC. AE have a single line, so single line here. AC have a triple line, so triple line here. If we talk about the AFB, AF having a single line here. AB having a triple line, so triple line here. So same labeling I have done. By making both the triangles separate, I have done the same labeling on both the triangles. Now, in triangle AEC and AFB, AE equals to AF, we have proved above in equation 1. AB equals to AC, it is given in the question. AE equals to AF from equation 1, we have proved in equation 1. Angle A equals to A, that is common in both the triangles. AC equals to AB, it is given in the question. AB equals to AC, that is given in the question. So what property applies? Start from a single line, then arc, then triple line, single line, then arc, then triple line. It means side, angle, side, angle, side. Both triangles are congruent with the same pattern. If both triangles are congruent, then BF is a part of this triangle and EC is a part of this triangle. Both sides are equal by CPCT. Clear everyone? Please write in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
Guneet, I didn't get reply from your side. Good. Guneet, on your camera. Now, example number 6. Yes. In an isosceles triangle ABC, okay, so do this question with another way. Wait. We will do the 6th question in another way. This is a lengthy one, the easy one method. BE contains a double line. AB contains a single line. DC contains a double line. AC contains a single line. Angle B and C. Now, read the question. In an isosceles triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB equals to AC, and D and F are the points on BC such that BE equals to DC. Now, what we have to prove? AD equals to AE means AD this one side and this one side. You have to make these two sides equals to each other. Where I have dotted the dotted line, you have to make equals to each other. Now I have taken two triangles. One is ABE. AB have a single line. BE line have a double line. Second triangle. I think you can easily see the colors. This one triangle. AC contains a single line and DC contains a double line. Now talk about the in triangle ABC, full triangle ABC. AB equals to AC already given in the question. Then their opposite angles are also equal. If in triangle ABC, AB equals to AC, then their opposite angles are also equal. It means the angle B is equal to angle C. It means the angle B is equal to angle C. Single arc angle equals to the single arc angle. Now compare both the triangles. You can easily see the property. Side angle, side, side angle, side. Single side equal to single side, angle equal to angle, double side equal to double side. If both triangles are congruent, then AE is a part of this side and AD is a part of this triangle. Both sides are equals to each other. Clear? So I will write this method separately on the different page, then send you through the campus care or through the WhatsApp. Okay? This method is lengthy one actually. This method is lengthy one, so I deleted this method. Instead of this is easy one. Okay? Now come to the exercise 7.1. Question number 1. Question number 1. From this exercise, I think now I don't have to tell anything after a star. Now the diagram of this question is not given. Diagram of this question is not given. How to make the diagram of this question? Read the question. In an isosceles triangle ABC, if it is an isosceles triangle, then AB equals to AC. The bisector of angle B and C. The bisector of angle B and C. Bisector of angle B, it means let it be angle 1 and 2. 1 and 2 equals to each other. Bisector of angle B and bisector of angle C meets at point O. The bisector of B and C, it means let it be angle 3, let it be angle 4. It means angle 1 equals to angle 2 and angle 3 equals to angle 4 and AB equals to AC. Three things we can again get from a single line. Clear? Three things again we get from a single line. Join A to O. Join A to O. Join A to O. Now, what we have to prove? We have to prove that show that OB equals to OC. We have to make these lines equal to this line. OB equals to OC. And second, OA bisects angle A. OA line, this line bisects angle A. It means we also have to prove angle 5 equals to angle 6. It means we have to prove OB equals to OC and angle 5 equals to angle 6. These two things we have to prove. These two things we have to prove. Now start from the first part, OB equals to OC. The same diagram I have labeled here with a colored diagram so that it is easy to explain. Now AB equals to AC given, single line equals to single line. Angle 1 equals to angle 2 given, angle 1 equals to angle 2, angle 3 equals to 4, it is given. Now I have mentioned here that is angle 7. Angle 7 is angle 1 plus 2. Angle 7 is angle 1 plus 2. It means angle 7 is full angle B and angle 8 is full angle C. Angle 8 is angle 3 plus angle 4. Angle 8 is angle 3 plus angle 4. Now start the question. In triangle ABC, full triangle ABC, mentioned here the part of that triangle ABC. It is given that AB side equals to AC in question. AB equals to AC given, so their opposite angles are also equal. What is angle B? That is 7. That is angle 7. What is angle C? That is angle 8. So angle 7 and 8 both are equals to each other. Theorem: angles opposite to equal sides are equal. That is 7.2 theorem. Take a half on the both sides, half of angle 8 and half of angle 7. Half of angle 8 and half of angle 7. What is half of angle 8? Half of angle 8, 3 and 4 both angles are equals to each other. It means half of angle 8 I can write 4 also and 3 also. 4 also and 3 also. So I have written here angle 4 and here angle 3. हाफ ऑफ एंगल 8 और हाफ ऑफ एंगल C7 से मैं दो कंक्लूजन निकाल रहा हूं. दोनों सेपरेट कंक्लूजन्स हैं. एक कंक्लूजन इधर और एक कंक्लूजन इधर. हाफ ऑफ एंगल 8 से मैंने इधर एंगल 4 लिख लिया और इधर एंगल 3 लिख लिया. वैसे ही हाफ ऑफ एंगल 7 से मैंने इधर एंगल 2 लिख लिया, इधर एंगल 1 लिख लिया. तो यहां पे मेरे पास आ गया एंगल 4 इक्वल्स टू एंगल 2, एंगल 4 इक्वल्स टू एंगल 2. और इसी कंक्लूजन से हाफ ऑफ एंगल 8 और हाफ ऑफ एंगल 7 से आई गेट एंगल 1 इक्वल्स टू 3, एंगल 1 इक्वल्स टू एंगल 3. इट मींस हाफ ऑफ एंगल 8 और हाफ ऑफ एंगल 7 से मेरे पास दो कंक्लूजन आ गए. एंगल 2 इक्वल्स टू एंगल 4 एंड एंगल 1 इक्वल्स टू एंगल 3. क्लियर? नाउ in triangle, lower triangle, you can see the green triangle BOC, the green one triangle only. I have construct here BOC. That is angle 2 and 4, 2 and 4. Both angles are equals to each other. Already proved. So their opposite sides are also equal. If the angles are equal, 2 and 4, we have already proved the angle 2 and 4 are equal here. It means their opposite sides are equal. What are their opposite sides? OC and